Hey guys, it's Leo Stargazer. I'm here today with our astrological guide to the week. This is for the week of December 24th through December 30th, 2023. So this week is pretty consequential in a couple specific ways, which I will go over in a second. It's also the last full week of the year, as next week will bring in the new year. So the idea of cycles ending, cycles beginning is really prominent right now, and this week is no exception. What happens this week is that we have a full moon in Cancer, and Venus moves in to Sagittarius. So the lunar cycle reaches its peak, and Venus enters a new era. The full moon in Cancer promises to be really emotional, but also really nurturing and empowering in a really specific way. I think this week calls for a lot of emotions, certainly dealing with a lot of emotions, deeper, more intense and felt emotions. And I think Venus entering Sagittarius adds to that, but in a really specific kind of way. So while the full moon is reminding us that cycles are ending or they're reaching their culmination, the full moon encourages us to lock into the lessons that we've learned, not just for the lunar cycle, but for the year. I think having a full moon this close to the end of the year, especially in Cancer, encourages us to really approach the emotional resonance of our goals and intentions. I think having this full moon this week really encourages us to harvest the rewards that we've gained by learning what we needed to learn about ourselves, by hopefully accomplishing some kind of literal goals as well, whatever intention you set when we had a new moon in Sagittarius earlier in the month. Hopefully, whatever that was, whatever those intentions were, whatever your goals are, wherever you are in the review process, remember Mercury's still in retrograde, so we're all reviewing. Wherever that is, wherever you are, the full moon in Cancer wants us to add emotional resonance to all of this review process. It wants us to dive really deep into those emotions, into those watery spaces, in order to activate our unconscious and activate our intuitive side, intuitive self, in order to begin the new cycle with as much emotional stability and confidence as we can. Now, with Venus moving from Scorpio, another water sign, where we really dove deep, where we really experienced some intensity in terms of love, beauty, and pleasure, where we really felt everything in a much more intense, visceral way, then maybe this full moon will show up for us. All of that journey that we went on with Venus takes on a different adventure as she enters Sagittarius. Again, there's this idea of starting a new adventure, starting a new journey, beginning a new cycle with the lessons we learned from emotional intensity or intense emotional engagement with ourselves and our perceptions of not only our goals, but of, because it's Venus, love, beauty, and pleasure. As she enters Sagittarius, as we follow her into Sagittarius with all of this knowledge, all of this emotional strength, as we unite that with what we've learned and what we're learning from the lunar cycle, as we remind ourselves about Sagittarius season now that we are in Capricorn season, as we remind ourselves of all those lessons as well, Sagittarius has more to say, especially with Venus in it. We need to remember to look forward optimistically, and that these journeys, these lessons, they're not just words, they're not just thoughts. They can actually manifest into something really vibrant and beautiful. The full moon reminds us of that, and as Venus enters Sagittarius, she encourages us to use what we know about our relationship with love and beauty and pleasure to create new goals, to venture onward, armed with all of this beauty, to create something even more grand, or to at least just go on a new adventure of love. We're all starting a new cycle. The sun just started a new cycle. The moon will start a new cycle. Venus begins this new optimistic, vibrant transit, and all of that combined should encourage us to venture forward with hope. I hope we do. You deserve it. We deserve it. Let love and the intention of a new love adventure begin this week. I'll see you next time.